Hey guys, Megan here, and time for another book review. This week, I'm going to be talking about Endless by Jessica Shirvington. This is the next book in the Embrace series, and this copy is 466 pages long, so it's a decent length. I have to say, this might be my favorite book out of the series so far. There's just all sorts of shit going on. We get Violet and her mom, Evelyn, who has been brought back along with Lilith into our world. Violet's dad knows about Evelyn now. He knows about the Gagori, and he's handling things surprisingly well, you know. So good for him. Good for him. And in this book, they're trying to find Lilith, who has been kidnapping a lot of children. Phoenix has the Gagori scripture still, which Lilith got her hands on, and she's kidnapping all the potential Gagori that have not yet embraced. So all these kids who have no idea what they are and what's going on are being plucked from their homes. Usually what's left of their family is killed. The Academy is calling Violet and her mom to the Academy because they want to figure out what the hell is going on. They still don't know who Violet's angelic maker is, and they're confused beyond all belief. And they're confused why Evelyn's back and Lilith is back, so things are not good. So they're trying to get to the bottom of things. And holy crap. So basically Violet's mom, she's locked away after some intense questioning. Violet is being tested by the Academy to figure out if she is qualified to be Gagori, more or less. And oh my god, things are not in her favor. A lot of these high-ranking Gagori do not like her, and things are not in her favor at all. And there's gonna be spoilers now, so if you do not want spoilers, click away, because spoilers are gonna be happening. So, go. Go. Okay, spoiler time. So, Violet and Lincoln finally get together, which I'm just like, final freaking Lee. It's like, this is what, the 4th book now? It's like, come on. Do it or don't, just, get it over with. This whole, like, we can't be together thing got old. I felt it got really old, like, in the last book, or the book before that. It's like, okay, we get it. We get it. They can't be together, because if one of them dies, the survivor's soul is going to shatter, and they're basically going to be a vegetable for the rest of their lives. But, come on, just I got frustrated with that. I'm like, come. So when they finally freaking did it, I was very happy, because now I'm like, finally, it's over. Finally. Lilith kind of breaks Evelyn out of the Academy and is holding her hostage, and is like to Violet, you can come get your mom. And just, she has basically made a deal with Violet. Okay, I'll let some of these kids go. For every arrow that is shot into you and you survive, I'll let a child go. So Violet makes sure Lilith is going to hold up her end of the bargain, which she does. And the one who's going to be shooting the arrows is Phoenix. We found out Phoenix is a good guy. He is definitely on the side of good, which makes me happy because it's like, okay, you're on one side of the fence now. Sometimes it just drives me crazy when some characters are like on the fence. It's like, no, pick a side. Just pick a freaking side. He doesn't like harming children. He doesn't like what his mother is doing. So he wants to end her. So he's going to be firing these arrows at Violet. And he makes sure to like not do anything super vital right away. So, you know, make sure she can take as many arrows as possible to get as many kids out as possible. And he has a plan. He has a plan to like try and save her as well. Him and Lincoln apparently were scheming. So, oh my god, these guys were enemies and now they're scheming together. So, yay! In the end, Violet takes like a shit ton of arrows. I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but it's like 70 something. So, go Violet. So, once Violet kind of passes out, Lilith is kind of like, I want her to be alive and conscious when she dies. So she, you know, suffers all the more. So take her away. We'll kill her off later. Phoenix uses this chance to kind of bust her out and heal her. Violet, like, actually dies. But she's brought back. And since she dies, and her and Lincoln are now connected, his soul shatters. And so he's basically a drooling vegetable. And it's like, oh my god. I surprisingly felt more emotional at that than I thought I would. I'm not going to give it all away because I'm not that kind of person, but basically Lilith, she gets defeated by Violet because Violet is a badass, and they're taking care of Lincoln's vegetable-like body, and she manages to get in touch with her angelic maker and is like, bring Lincoln back. I did all this shit for you already. I've given up so much, and if you do this for me, I'll go out there and be like the best Gagori warrior ever. So her angelic maker is like, okay. So he does a little nice thing for Violet's family. He allows Evelyn to age up and basically become human so that her and Violet's father can age at the same rate. So they get their little happy ending, and Lincoln gets his soul back. So he's not going to be a drooling vegetable for the rest of his life. And so while he's kind of still recovering, Violet leaves, not saying a word to him, by the way, with her family so she can go off on her own and be the best Gagori warrior she can. I was surprisingly, like, a little emotional at the end. Not, like, bawling or, like, depressed, but I was like, oh, well, that's sad and a little bit unexpected, so good job there. And I found out there's going to be another book after this. I can't remember what it's going to be called or when it's coming out, but I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm predicting now that Lincoln is going to go after Violet because he's like that, but I'm interested to see where she goes. I thought it was a good book. Definitely my favorite out of the series so far, and I am excited to read the next one. And all in all, I think the series is decent so far. Not the best thing I've read, but not the worst. And I am invested. I am invested in the story and wanting to see where it goes, so that's a good thing. I recommend it. So, yes. That is it for this week's book review, and I'll see you guys next week.